All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get started. First, I want to ask how many of y'all plan or already have bought a car? Who purchased a car? You purchased a car?
Well, it's under my brother's name, but I've had it since my freshman year.
So you know any of the procedures about financing and the steps that it take to actually finance for a car?
Some of it.
Okay. You said you had a little experience? Okay. So hopefully, and I know that all of you plan on buying a car, correct? Somebody y'all plan on buying a car. All right, so for this lesson right here, what we're gonna work on is our standard for this is to develop effective money management strategies and understand the role and functions of financial institutions. And the first thing I want to do is go over some vocabulary. First one, Damar, tell me what does MSRP mean?
The price that the car manufacturer recommends the car be sold for.
Okay, so what does that mean? What would you say that means?
It's like the price that the person you buying the car from is what they say the price is.
Right. So that not necessarily what the actual price may be on what the manufacturer or the person that you're buying it from. So if you buy a car from somebody, right, and they say I'm selling you my car, I got a charger, and I say I'm gonna sell it to you for $7,000. But if you go on this website that we look at, it's gonna tell you that the charger is worth $4,000. That's about how much that somebody gets. So that's how you know somebody getting over on you. If you look at the blue Kelly Blue Book. All right, interest rate. Somebody read what the definition of interest rate is.
The percentage a lender charges you for borrowing money.
Right. Everybody knows it's not. If somebody give you $100, it's not. You ain't gonna expect to give $100 back, right? So that means somebody gonna put interest on it, because why would I give you some money and I don't receive nothing in return, right? All right, loan. Somebody read that definition.
Money you borrow that must be paid back over time, usually with interest.
Correct. Same thing with the interest rate. Insurance.
Protection that helps pay for damage, accidents, or other problems involving your car.
Okay. Budget.
A plan for how you will spend or manage your money.
Okay. Down payment.
Money you pay up front in purchasing a car to reduce the amount you need to borrow.
Okay. And monthly payment.
The amount of money you pay each month toward the car.
All right. And depreciation.
The decrease in the car's value over time.
Soon as you buy a car and you go off the lot, guess what? The price of it goes down. So if you pay $50,000 today, as soon as you go buy this car today and it costs $50,000, the moment you leave the lot, it does not cost $50,000. So always understand that. All right. So for the first part of this assignment, what we're going to do, once you pull out that worksheet, we're going to go over the worksheet. Not the definition, keep vocabulary out that you work on that independently. We're gonna go over the buying a car. So I want y'all to think about these questions. This is kind of like this is kind of like the check-in ticket. I want you to answer these questions right here. We're gonna take about 5 minutes to answer some of these questions. If you could have any car you wanted, what would it be? Just throw me out there how much you think it would cost. How much do you think a monthly payment would be for that car? I know all y'all gonna be big time and y'all gonna be able to go and just buy one straight off the lot, cash down, but just until you get there, let me know how much you think you're gonna have to pay for a month. How much do you think insurance would cost on the car? And how much do you think monthly gas would cost for that car? Give you about 5 minutes to go over that. if you're finished, you go ahead, open up your computers and then go to, that website that's listed on, your paper, which is kbb.com, kbb.com. If you could, I would probably recommend that you open up that browser twice. So just put it in the browser twice, because what we're gonna do is compare cars, and we're gonna come up with how much it would cost for all of those things that we just asked in that first part of the lesson. While we're waiting on I just wanted to tell you about, if you could have any car that you want, what would it be? Give me somebody tell me what they put, which put.
Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon,
Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, how much you think that'll cost?
between 50,000 and 63,000.
50 and 63, okay. How much you think a monthly payment would be?
Around like $500.
About 500. We're gonna see if that's true. Would you consider that to be your dream car?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much you think insurance would be for that?
Like 250.
250. Okay. All right. How much you think a monthly gas bill?
Around like $400.
400. That's kind of steep, but and then it all depends on actually if it's electric too. If you know, so you gotta consider that. All right. So we all at KBB. All right. So the first thing that we're gonna do, looking at your worksheet. Once you get to this website, it says choose 2 cars you wish you could have and list them below. One if you can have anything you wanted, the other a realistic choice. So in that first one, I want you to put your dream car, and this is how we're gonna look at it. So the first one, you're gonna put your dream car, and then you're gonna go to research tools, and you're gonna go to compare cars. You will put the year. I am gonna put a 2026, let's say Audi. Somebody say one. If y'all know anything about Audis,
A7. Oh, I was gonna say A5.
let's go A5 style, Premium Plus. Okay, now this is what we're gonna, you hit compare. Now in a minute what I would say is you can add a video, you can add a vehicle right there and compare. But you're gonna have to go back to this screen, right? All right, so this is what it's saying. The starting price is $51,495. So you'll hit see details. I want you to always remember this too, because this is how we're gonna determine the gas mileage on how much you're gonna be spending a month. So when it said a combined city is 26, highway is 36, and then a combined of both of you driving in the city or either driving on the highway roads, you'll be going around 29 miles per gallon. That's how much you'll be getting per gallon. All right. So what we do is we hit see details on this first car, whatever you choose. And again, this is what it's telling you, 29 miles combined miles per gallon. And when you go down, this is all the questions that it's gonna ask you. When it said we chose the Premium Plus, or which one we chose? Prestige? Premium Plus. All right, so the MSRP was what? What is the MSRP?
What they want you to pay on?
Well, who wants you to pay? The manufacturer. So Audi. These are the people that, if you go to Audi, they would say it costs $51,495. Kelly Blue Book fair purchase price, national average is gonna say, we don't really think it's worth that much. We think it's worth $49,600, right? So therefore, that's how you'll compare the prices on what the manufacturer, if you go to a lot, or if you can actually sometimes talk them down to getting it for this price, right? If you know the value of the car. All right. So for the first part, if you're already there, if you already want to go ahead and do it, we can go ahead and list what is the MSRP for the first car. This is your dream car. This is gonna be your dream car. And then you go ahead and list what is the blue book value for. And so for the next thing, we're gonna wait for a second to get there, but for the next thing, we're gonna find out about insurance. And I'm putting you guys down as like 22-year-olds, not that you're in high school, but fresh out of high school and you're 22 years old, because when you're in high school, insurance is extremely high for some of these cars, or just in general is high for teenage drivers, right? So I did pull up some facts about how much the average really costs, right? So it's like for a 22-year-old driver in Georgia, the average monthly cost for full coverage car insurance is approximately $368 a month. $368 a month for insurance on your car, right? It says if opted in for minimum liability coverage, the average rate drops significantly to roughly $174 per month, but unfortunately they don't give minimum liability coverage for young drivers. But for you, because what I've done is added some student drivers that you took those courses, you did bundling, you got higher deductible, you got you took a defense class, because all of those things lower your insurance rate for taking defensive driving courses and things that you do of that nature, and getting the apps where for State Farm where it's vehicle crash protection and stuff like that when you get those type of coverages. So I added that, and so what I'm gonna say that your insurance per month is, we're gonna say $276. $276. So y'all put that for your insurance. And that's gonna be for both cars. We're gonna do that for both cars. 276. You ain't gonna sway away from it. Too tough. All right. Everybody, we ready? We good to go on that part? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna put we're gonna say 276 per month. Scratch that part out, yep. I told you, what I did was I gave you some good driving. I gave you a whole bunch of discounts. Hopefully, because once you do become a driver, you do get your car, you do get insurance. You should take defensive driving courses, stuff that lowers that. Trust me, I do it all the time. I got my youngest daughter doing it, so our insurance don't have to be as high. Because it comes in, they want people who's trusted behind, the wheel, that take it serious. All right. So next thing that we're gonna do, whatever car, go back to it. And we are financing. You must take a 48-month loan out with the bank. Luckily on here, you can go to the loan calculator. All right, you go to research tools, and then you'll put car loan calculator. So whatever that price was that was for your car, you'll put that in. And how much was it that this car was? I just got this that fast. That was 51,000. 51. $51,495. All right. Research tools, car loan calculator. And then you're gonna use. I'm gonna show you another tool too. All right. 48 months. You got good credit right here. The interest rate is going to be 6.75. So you type 6.75. All right. This is kicking. This is zero money. This is with zero money down. I don't know what yours is, but this is what mine came up to. Right? So that price of the car was initially $51,495, right? Went up to, because of the interest and the interest rate went up $7,000. That's more than what on top of the $51,000 and what we're paying. So my total is now $58,903.10. So what is my loan payment? What is this a month? $1,227 a month that I'll be paying for this car. Here's the kicker. The more money you put down. So go to the down payment. I want to show you this. This is a tool. So go to a down payment. So say you got $1,000. I'm gonna show you how this will. So you put $1,000 down. Right? So I go down. So you had $5,000 to put down. So you put $5,000 down. This is what your interest rate went down to. This is still exactly what you paid. So you had $10,000 to put down. And you be paying I would be paying $988.84 a month. However, we ain't got no money. We don't have any money to put down, so we are going with whatever you have. So you should have that total. Next thing that we're gonna do gas costs. This is how you're gonna determine the gas. So for the gas, you are going to look at. You go back and you're going to look at the that miles per gallon. So you should see the combined. Mine was 29. So what you would do is you would take roughly, we travel around 12,000 miles a year on your car. This is what you roughly put on there. So you pull up a calculator, and what you'll do is you're going to take 12,000 and you're going to divide that by whatever the combined miles per gallon is, which mine is 29. I'm going to get 413, really 414. I get 414 miles per gallon in a year. That's how much I'll be traveling. So you should come up with a number. You should find that combined, divide 12,000 by 29 or whatever that number is for you. Okay.
What is your electric car?
If you got an electric car, then guess what? You scratch that off. If you don't pay in gas.
Mr. Breach, I need to find it.
See that 90? This is, which one is it? Combined 18. Yep, that's a good car. Now I will have to, because charging stations don't charge, but I know you will have to have a charging point. That's kind of going to be included. To be honest with you, that's included in your car package, the type of car that you get. So that charging dock, port station or whatever they have for you at home that you can place it, but that'll be charged to you doing that. So you and during this day and age, a lot of cars are EV, so you save on gas and that. Right, but if you do not have an EV and you have gas, after you get that total number, which mine was 413, you will now divide that by 12. That is a month. This is how you'll find out your monthly. Mine is, my monthly bill for this car right here on gas should be around $34.48, or let's say $34.50 a month. So that's what mine would be. That's the gas cost. All right, so we should have the first one filled out. Now we're gonna do a realistic. Now I want you to do something realistic. I'm giving you probably about, I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes to think about something realistic. And now we're gonna start this whole process over again. You're gonna click, or either go to your new one, or either hit add vehicle. You can add vehicle right here. And so for me, something every day that you see on the street, Toyotas, Altimas, Nissan Altimas, or Chargers, or something like something that you might see on a day-to-day basis. It's not too high. It's not a dream car. And so for me, I'm gonna put I had a Toyota Camry. And I'm gonna say a Toyota Camry. I'm gonna say what this is, 2026. I'm gonna put a 2020 Toyota Camry. I do want to do a sedan for me. Sedan. And I'll update it. And now I'll go to this and I'll see details. So now this right here, again, you get to see details. Now it's gonna give me all of my I'm just gonna go back to from the start, and then I'll do it over, because every time I do it like that, it don't give me the same type of information. So I'm going to research cars, go back to compare cars and do it over. So I said 2020 Toyota Camry. Let's see, four-door sedan. Put it right there. We're gonna see details. I gotta put some rules on the manufacturer. Y'all's coming up with a manufacturer? Okay. So, another car. Let me put in. So for mine, again, is the original MSRP. They were S26 725, but Kelly Blue Book, this is 2023. They had knocked that down close to $8,000. And so again, we know how to get back to. So now what we're finna find out We just put the MSRP for your second one. We all done put the MSRP for your second vehicle, your average everyday car. And then put the Kelly Blue Book value. And this is for when you do decide to go purchase your vehicle, for you to look at that tool, Kelly Blue Book, and they have other ones that you can use for cars, knowing the price of cars and how much they've been appreciated. So and this is the price that you want to work right there. All right. Insurance again, what it was, 276 or 74? 76, 276, put the insurance 276. And now we're gonna go to the financial. So again, you put the loan calculator in. Again, 48 months, you're gonna put interest rate 6.7, 6.75. And so again, now my car note in over 48 months, which is 4 years. So that's 48 months is 4 years. This is what I'll be doing for 4 years. Each month I will be paying $636.87 on my car note, on my car loan. That's what I will be paying. $636. So that right there should drop significantly for you guys. And then we do our gas for your average car. So mine right here was a combined, let me see. Mine was combined 32, so we'll take that 12,000. 12,000, divide that by, mine is a 32. That got 375. That's total for the year, then you'll divide that by 12. And so now for my monthly gas payment, I'm looking at $31.25 in gas. Yeah, 22, so that's 545, and you divide that by 12. That's it, that's the whole year. Yeah, so total $45.45 on what you be looking to spend a month, on gas for that car. Now, what I want you to do is pull up you can pull up PowerPoint or either Word, any type of document. I want you to, as you go to this is the last page. So I want you to create something that looks like this right here. It has a picture of the car that you had, whichever one that you choose that you want to do, the dream car or your reality car, whichever one that you think that you're gonna choose when you're 22 years old to get. You'll tell me the sale price, the monthly payment, the financial rate, the monthly insurance cost, and the monthly gas cost. And for the exit ticket, you'll answer that reflection worksheet on the back. But I do want to, as soon as somebody finishes, I do want to see what it is that you got. So again, you can do a Word document or a Google slide, PowerPoint. The only thing I want on there is a picture. Again, a picture of what the car looks like. Tell me what the total sale price is, the monthly payment, finance rate, monthly insurance costs, and gas costs. And then at the end, you just write in these sentences for your exit ticket.
I can use Google Slides.
Yep. Yep. Sure can. And just let me know from your point if you need any assistance. finish, I want you to email it to me. You can either share it through your Canvas, or you can email it to me, bridges.julius.k@muskogee.k12. It'll come up. Let me know when you're ready to email it, cause I'm gonna share it on here. Come on to our reflection. Alright, as y'all get it finished, As you finish start working on your reflection, we do have around 5 more minutes inside of the class. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all see Kaylee's. And this is Kaylee's, if y'all don't mind, before y'all do y'all reflection, as y'all working on your reflection, this is Kaylee. Kaylee decided to get her a 2026 Tesla Model X, high class. Starting price, $91,630. Monthly payment, $2,183.58. That was financed at the rate of 6.75%. No gas cost. No gas cost. No, I want y'all to be thinking about what kind of career will you have to be able to afford $2,183.58 a month on that, and plus the insurance. Adding insurance, correct. That is extremely a lot, but I know that you will be making what it is that you say that you're gonna be making. What you got? The finance rate is gonna be 6.75. It's already in there. Go back to it together. Like, so say, go up there and say, go back to the interest rate and type in some places it can be like average. So say, they give you 12% interest rate, put into it, salary this month. So that just depends on what the bank is gonna offer you. Now, this is with good credit. I want y'all to keep in mind the interest rate. The interest rate is normally with how good your credit is. Right? So you can get as low as 3% if you have outstanding credit. You see what I'm saying? And so 6.7 is kind of normal for that age range, and you having good credit. But the better your credit is, the more money you have to pay down. All of that lowers what it is that you will pay for your car. And as Bell is finna get ready to ring your reflection tickets, I collect them up. There we go. I'm good to go.